Okay, we are back. We're only down the road just a little ways, getting ready to go west here, ready to start up onto the mountain. You can see the mountains in front of us, so we're actually going to go up and across the pass here. So, sort of interesting. We had to, in California, you come into California, there's always like an agricultural inspection station, because they don't want you bringing in produce or stuff. They have to know about it from out of state. So, we got up to the little place there, and we weren't really for sure what we were supposed to do.
No signage.
No
There's nothing.
signage.
It's
Luckily,
just a
the
big
lady
garage
that was inside steps out and sort of motions Judy,
to
waves
go to
her
the
over and
bypass
says,
lane.
"Go that way." And so we did. So yeah. So now we're headed up the mountainside here. Like I said, we've never been this way, so no idea what we're going to run into. And we did find out our GPS apparently had an issue. Hit that little green button to see what it does. There we go. So it had an issue. It wanted to reroute us down into California, back into Nevada, way out west, all the way out to US 95, and then back up to Reno and around. That's why it was 200
no
some
idea
miles.
why it was doing that.
We have found out now it's 128 miles. So we are pretty confident that we're on.
So the comic for the day is 250 some miles turns into 138 pretty quick if you could just take the right road.
Right, and so now he rerouted,
and now it's 128,
and has got us perfectly happy with taking this road. I figured it was probably some reason. That tunnel that we came through earlier, we had to reroute around that on the GPS. Well, we had to
reroute through it.
Had to route through it because he would not take us through it. So I don't know. It's just one of those weird things, I guess. So I'm trying to figure out what this is. Echo Lake. Yeah, as you can see, we're headed up the mountainside. Lots of snow.
So lots.
Really glad that
I'm glad we're not up here during lots of snow.
I don't think I would want to see it. Oh, there's a comforting sign. Rock slide area, next 4 miles. Judy and I once took a midnight trip through the Canadian Rockies, sort of unexpectedly through the snow, and all the places we were going along, there was all these signs that said avalanche zone.
So comforting,
pretty cool.
Considering it was snow, and it was really, that was thick snow on the road and thick snow on the walls of snow on the side up in Canada.
So yeah, this is gorgeous mountain pass. Headed up through this. I don't know what it's actually called.
And at any time, if you want to just shut the sound off and just watch the scenery, that might be better.
Yeah,
you don't have to listen to us.
Tired of us and our incessant blathering, as it were.
Filling empty space.
Yeah, as you can see, we really don't have a topic for our videos anymore. We just sort of comment on
sometimes we do
on.
if something comes up.
Oh, those rocks are like really close to the road.
I know. I was thinking I'm glad I'm over here and not there over there. You guys would hear me going.
Yeah. So I'm guessing since we're hugging the mountains on the way up, we're probably going to be out there stuck in the middle of nowhere on the way down. So
yeah, there is a guardrail over there though, so that's always a comforting thought.
When I looked at Google Earth earlier, there's places where there isn't a guardrail.
Oh,
there.
That's nice.
So I'm sure we'll see those soon. So, but yeah, if you're getting it, see, you can see the snow. You don't have to get in it. You don't have to put chains on the truck, which we don't do that anyway.
Well, we would not have come this way, period, if we would have known there was snow in the forecast.
I'm thinking we mark this road right here off our list of ways to get to California in February.
Yeah. Definitely not the place to go.
Yeah, not going to happen. I just wonder, there might be snow here all year round, but I know they did have they had a snow here the other day. I saw on one of the Facebook pages.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Yep.
This is wonderful passing lane.
Yes.
Did we all notice how long that passing lane lasted?
Yeah, about 10 seconds.
That was about it.
Yeah. Well, I guess they figure that's all you need to do. I wonder what that is. Obviously, they don't want you to go up that road.
Oh, passing lane another mile, so they'll get another chance here in a little bit. These pine cones up here are huge, too.
Yes. Oh, look, another little cut through the wall. You know how we have always said, oh, that's interesting.
They can't see it, though. And I'm not looking over there.
Holy cow. there is a drop off. All of a sudden, we're just like on a sheer mountainside. You can't
To
see it,
our left
but
that
yeah,
you can't see because all you're seeing is the big rocks.
you're seeing the big rocks. You're not seeing the 2,000-foot sheer drop to the left. So yeah, I'm thankful that the guardrail's there.
Is anybody getting car sick yet? That'd be my next thing.
No,
I'm
yeah.
driving and I might be
I
getting
know
car sick.
I'm a little car sick. Not really many places to stop and go to the bathroom.
There's graffiti on a rock over there on that edge. I
crazy.
don't think I'd chance it over there.
With a little bridge. Might see some waterfalls. Might see some other stuff. Pretty cool place.
So, of all our truck driver friends, if you haven't been on this road,
don't.
You know, you may you may be the one. I'm glad you and Jim decided to do that first.
Yeah, I mean this is a gorgeous road. I think I might try to adjust this out just a little bit so you guys get more of a straight ahead view here of what we're seeing. Of course, now that we're going to go to the other side of the mountain, it won't matter. So I like have these suggested signs of like 45 mile an hour. How could you go any faster than that? So,
brake check area, quarter of a mile. Does that tell you anything?
Yeah. Just remember, what goes up must come down. So, a truck crossing. Still don't see the brake check area.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Passing lane, does that count for brake check?
Yes. Yeah. Just pull it over in the side of the road there. But as you can see, I think we're up on top. Yeah,
Echo
elevation
Summit.
7382, Echo Summit. So there, now I've got the title for our California little subtitle thing. Echo Summit. So it's really funny. One of the very first videos we did, actually.
There's the brake check area.
Yes, yeah, very small.
By the way,
yeah, so,
you pass it before
all
you
right,
know
so
it.
Apparently they don't really feel it's necessary to tell you how fast or how steep a hill you're going down. So we're just going to take this one sort of slow.
Well, and it's because I can't see, and everybody's going to try flying around me.
Well,
so.
I can't say I blame them. That's really steep. So anyway, one of the very first videos Judy and I did, if you go back and look at it on our channel, it's literally, I think, might have been the very first video. We took a trip over Berthold Pass, which is out in Colorado, and it was just recording out the window on a couple of phones, and I edited it all together, and it was just us talking, basically like we're doing right now. To this day, that is like the fourth most viewed video on our channel. I have no idea why. It's just it's just scenery, so it's sort of like this. So now I'm hoping maybe Echo Summit will be the new Berthold Pass video.
Yeah,
everybody, it'll go viral.
Yeah, well, and I don't know I don't know how long it took it to get that many views, because it was one of our first videos. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got a ridiculously high amount of views for what I would think is not that interesting of a video. I mean, of course, it's quite good, really.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I was just gonna say it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. So if you haven't looked at that video yet, you might want to go back and you can thumbnail it, right?
Yeah, if I can remember to do it, I'll put a link to it right up here into the upper
whatever.
So anyway, so I guess now this side is a little different. It looks like, although there is more snow here.
Oh yeah, don't follow the car that goes off the side of the road, because
I was wondering what was going on with that.
Yeah, is there a house over there?
I don't know. There's cabins up here. I mean, this is a gorgeous drive, and I wish I'd have moved the camera out sooner, because this is so much more interesting to see, I guess. So you get more of a what we're looking at view. So lesson learned, Jim. Lesson learned.
Oh, this car behind me are probably
there's
really
a passing
excited.
lane
Another passing lane is
passing
happening.
lane. We live for passing lanes. We like to let all those folks
I do.
through.
I feel so bad for them, because I don't know the road, and I'm not going to go fast.
Except to pass.
Especially when it's going downhill. And
we love the big trees out here. We are really, really close to the tree line, as you can see up there. Some beautiful Sierra Nevada mountains. Even though we're in California now, it's still the Sierra Nevadas. There's our 7,000. Let's countdown, 7,000 feet. So,
Right there's a
California State Highway Patrolman. Thank you, Mr. Highway Patrolman, for doing your job.
yep,
Catch them
here.
naughty speeders, if you would, please.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Come on if you're coming.
We definitely appreciate the State Highway Patrol in California. They
You gonna stay behind me, car?
have some really difficult conditions to work in the winter, uh, like going up Donner Pass. I mean, that thing gets closed down. I know this road gets closed down quite a bit, but their guys are out driving in it all the time in their cars. So, and they have a tough job. You know, it's always that sort of love-hate relationship.
Just
But
thrown out here, there must have been a forest fire.
yeah, I think you're right.
Here.
I think there must have been a forest fire through here at some point in time. Lots of burned trees.
Slide area. That's next 7 miles.
So the slide. Wow, that is a big tree. Sorry, this sort of random, what did they call that? Stream of consciousness video. This is what this is. Okay, so is that little cabin, it survived or it's new?
Or is it new? Because they needed it to
I don't know.
work on the area.
Yeah, this has been a pretty devastating fire, I guess, through here. Wow. And then my brain stopped working.
Yeah, well,
So
and to me, the forest fires out here in California and other areas we go through, in Ohio, where I grew up, we don't worry too much about that because it's
right.
not that dry, obviously in Ohio. But I mean, there are times where we have to worry about big forest fires, but nothing compared to these areas.
Right. Yeah. I think we're just about down below the snow line, maybe.
I was gonna say I don't think we've gone down 7,000 feet yet.
Yeah.
But
So,
you never know.
not a bad road, honestly. It's a little curvy and there's not much of a shoulder, but when you have a ultimate consummate professional driving, like, my wife,
Yeah.
then it's no big deal. We do this stuff all the time.
You'd think after a few years.
I keep telling myself
Driving.
that eventually I'll believe it. It'll sink in. So, no. I have the utmost confidence in my wife's ability to drive a truck. She's actually, and I've said this many times before, that she's a much better driver than I am. She doesn't get irritated with people quite as easily as I do.
Yeah, I don't know if they caught the fact that when we were in the passing lane, I was talking to cars. I do that all the time. I don't know how many other people talk to cars while they're driving.
I talk to cars.
I don't know if it's a loneliness thing
or I might not say as nice of things as my wife does to the cars.
Yeah, it's just like, are you coming up this way or not?
Yeah. And it's not like they can hear us. It's just,
I say that all the time. I'm just like, why do we even talk to cars? They can't hear you. And Jim says that it's because it makes him feel better.
It does. It's stress relief. And, it is a stressful job at times, although I've said, this is much less stressful than my prior career as being a network administrator in the schools. Although
Another
that job
fire.
had somewhere. Oh, look, they're finally going to get around 6%
and 30 mile an hour
3
curve.
miles. So, yeah. Might take that 30 mile an hour curve to heart.
I always take the curves to heart.
Yes. She does.
And I can't remember who was saying it. It probably was at home more than it was out in the truck, but it was, that's people say, well, that's just a suggested speed limit.
Yeah,
like for me, it is the speed limit.
It is
going around
much more than the suggested speed limit. So, but,
especially when you're going downhill and you're.
In case you don't know it, our truck is equipped with a Jake brake. It sort of operates as a air-driven, I guess, engine brake.
Steep downgrades with curves next mile.
It allows us to basically not burn our brakes up on our truck. It actually uses the force of the engine to hold the truck back. So I don't think you can probably hear it through our mics, but I'm sure you've heard a Jake brake before, whether you wanted to or not. Yeah, it's the whole thing. So we have ours on. Thankfully, we do know how, if something were to happen, the Jake brake failed, we have disc brakes in this truck, so they're not nearly as likely to burn up if something were to happen. We couldn't use the Jake brake. Um, but that's one of the keys is never going too fast to start with. So if you do have to slow down, like right now, I mean, for the speed we're going, we'd be able to stop with just our brakes. We wouldn't have to worry about it. Um, but anyways, gorgeous scenery right through here. I love these little curves that you can't see around until you're around them.
Watch the rock slide right there.
Yeah, like all the little rocks on the road. You see those? Yeah. Wonder where those came from. So, anyway, so we're on the back side of this mountain now. Lots of rocks.
Yeah, and
lots of big trees.
Different parts of the country, when we go down steep grades like we're doing right now, they will normally have like a suggested truck speed.
Yeah.
But there is no such signs on this road. Of course, if you got 35-mile-an-hour curves, you're not going. You're going probably as slow as you need to go.
That sign right there. Watch for snow removal equipment. They do things differently out here. They don't have snow plows. They have
snow blowers,
ginormous snow blowers. Oh, got a lot of people up here on the side of the road. Pedestrians only. Okay. They got to take the truck down that trail.
Oh, they're hiking too.
But when they throw this snow, and I mean it like literally throws like, it like throws it up and out. I wonder if that's a redwood right there. Look at the size of that tree. Wow.
Look at that.
But it will, it'll throw it like hundreds of feet, it seems like, up and out. And so they sort of create these snow canyons, where you got these giant walls of snow. And I've seen pictures of them up on Donner Pass where it looks like they're 20 foot tall, and they're just driving through because they get snow measured in feet up here in the wintertime. I think last year they had well over 200 inches in some places, 6,000 feet right there. And the chain removal area is coming up. So I don't know. This would not be for the faint of heart in the wintertime. It's not really for the faint of heart in the middle of the summer, I don't think either. So, but it's pretty.
I was confused by that 25-mile-an-hour sign that was over there. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what the speed limit is.
Well, it's 55. It was right back there. But on the 25, It's a chain up area, 25 mile an hour. So I don't know where that was. It was on the left-hand side of the road.
Wow.
Facing this direction, though.
We are driving through some huge trees right now. Trees fascinate me. I've always just loved trees.
Shade.
And these are some big ones. So it looks like they're showing up pretty decent in the video. I know that it's driving the phone camera crazy, going in and out of the light and dark. It doesn't like it. My phone is unhappy at that.
It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
But,
I feel for all the cars behind me when I'm driving as slow as I am.
Yeah, well, they came this way. Strawberry, population 50.
We're at 5,700 feet. Oh, no, that was the population. Or no, was that the population? That was
5,700 feet. Or 50 at 5,700 feet.
Thank you. There you go. I couldn't say it.
It should not have been that difficult.
Apple Hill Farm.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice
there we go.
Store.
Little nice VW little van there.
Yeah.
You can rent bikes too, it looks like.
Oh, there's a truck. Wave.
Yeah.
Hi, truck driver.
Hi, he can't.
Yeah, he didn't see us.
I say he can't see us.
He was busy
trying to pay attention to the road.
Yes. You notice that after almost 35 years, we finish each other's sentences all
sometimes.
the time. So
sometimes we finish them and it's not the way it should be.
No, usually it is.
Oh, it's a tree growing out of a rock right there.
Yes, it is.
No, I lied.
It's just on top of the rock. It's like it had surrounded the rock with its roots. So overall, I don't know. What do you think so far? What's your impression of this road so far? Slow
I
vehicles.
really like the scenery. It's really nice.
Oh, it's
I
gorgeous.
wish I could see more of it though, because I'm
Yeah,
busy watching the road and
sort
the
of the bad
curves.
thing. You can watch the video later.
Oh, that's true. I'll get to see it later.
Yeah, go back and see what you missed, and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe we were that close to where we were at, falling over the side. See, look now, no guardrails. See that? Of course, there's those
Oh, over
giant
on the other
trees.
side. Yeah.
Slow vehicles must turn out, which you
Oh,
didn't.
sorry. Missed that sign.
Yeah. So
Sorry, cars.
We'll get the next one.
We'll get the
Watch for the next one.
But then I always laugh with those because by the time I get pulled out in the highway,
Oh,
there's
you'll
gonna be
never get
another
back
line
on
of
there.
cars.
There is a ginormous tree up here on the left-hand side. Look at that thing cut down. There's just this giant log. Hope you can see it. It looks like it's in the field of view. I think it's ginormous. Wow. Sorry.
Jim's fascination with trees once again.
Yeah, it brings out the little kid in me. I just
Yeah, did you? Oh,
wow.
we won't go with the climbing of trees, and you're.
Oh yeah.
But I used to climb trees all the time.
Yeah, I was not allowed to climb trees as a small child.
Because you
Here's-
might get hurt.
Interesting story, and I know there's probably 2 people watching now at this point in time. But anyway, when I was a small child, my mom would not let me climb trees. Her reasoning was, you're clumsy. You'll fall out of the tree. And it was just like, Mom, how do you think people get experience and become unclumsy at climbing trees? It's because they're allowed to climb trees to get that experience. So, yeah, I was not allowed to climb trees. Of course, I did climb trees, unbeknownst to my mom. I never fell out of a tree, so I guess I proved her wrong.
Yeah, you never broke an arm.
Didn't
Never.
broken arm so far. Knock on wood. Never had a broken bone. Knock on wood.
Well, and unlike us, when I was growing up, half of my life I think was spent up in a tree somewhere.
In a tree.
We had a big, huge maple tree right out in our front yard, so that was our
US-50.
getaway from the house. Sit up in the tree, and it had lots of climbing things on it.
I just wanted to point that out because now I'm going to talk about the road because that's sort of my thing. I like the roads. If you saw the sign back there, it said US-50. California actually has unique shields for their U.S. highway markers. They're cutouts. They got the little shield shape. Unlike the rest of the country, California does their own thing. They're really sort of cool looking. They look like a throwback sign to the way the U.S. highway signs sort of used to look. California got rid of a lot of their U.S. highways that were out here. Back in 1964, they had, I think it's called the Highway Modernization Act or whatever, but basically they just got rid of a lot of stuff. Like US-66 used to run to the coast. They got rid of that. Some of the other state highways, but US-50 still is a California route, like US-101. I think US-99 is a state highway.
I'm going
But
really
anyway,
slow to try to get as many cars around me as I can.
That shield was a U.S. shield, and it'll probably be that picture right back there. Will probably be the thumbnail for our video. So I've got a formula now how to do the thumbnails.
I'm glad you do because I'd have no idea how to do it.
Yeah, that's why I do the thumbnails.
And people on this road don't realize we're just out for a Sunday drive on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, we're a day early, as usual. Always a day early. So
Try to let
right lane
there's
ends.
a whole lane of traffic behind me
Let
again.
them through if you can. Come on, folks.
I know it always
gonna
happens. They
end
always
at some
come right
point
up
in time,
behind
folks.
me. Where
Oh, look, honey, it's California. It's the state logo. It's the state slogan. Right lane ends.
right lane ends.
It's going to end soon. Now they'll all try to pass you.
Oh, now they're not. So
Okay,
stay
there we go.
behind me.
We're
so
good. Attacking deer.
I was trying to let as many pass as they can. They all stopped,
They missed
which was nice for
their
me.
chance.
See, it says chain of barrier. Use right lane. 25 mile an hour.
Oh, over there.
It's like,
Over there. On that side of the road, I think.
oh, good. Now up here, everybody's speed limit is going to be 45, which, granted, that tells you a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, now it has a truck speed limit. Look at that.
We're only allowed to do 45. Which is good. So I'm assuming there might be a hill or something here. Not really. 6% grade,
4
miles.
miles.
6% grade is steep, but not like
Well,
super
actually,
steep.
West Virginia has some really steep grades
Yes,
out
they
there.
do.
It's like 7%, 8% sometimes.
Yeah, I think the highest percent grade we've seen is 14.
Where was that at?
It was on some little back road in Pennsylvania, coming into like a little town. It was a very short hill, but it did have a 14% grade, speed limit on it. It was really surprising too. All of a sudden, you're driving along and it says 14% grade. You're like, what?
Another tree out of a rock.
Yeah. So notice the lack of guardrail on the left-hand side.
Can they see that? I say I don't know what they're seeing now.
Yeah, they can see it now. Yeah, lack of guardrail. I'm sure that dirt berm right there would, keep you right on the road.
Well, not to mention the whole, fire over there that obviously
Right.
probably has loosened that soil a little bit, I would assume.
But a 6% grade, I think it's like a drop of 6 feet in 1,000. So I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know how they calculate those. I just made that up.
Yeah, I was going to say, please say when you're making things up so that people don't remember it, like some people remember.
A 6%
they
grade
write anything
is not
down.
as steep as a 7% grade, but it is steeper than a 5% grade. So isn't it interesting how math still works, even with our percentage grades of things? So I don't know. Now, here we come. Now we're at 5,000 feet. Another 1,000 feet.
Oh, there comes another truck.
Hey, turn back.
By the way, there was a truck behind me. I don't know if he's still behind me or not.
I hope he's still back there because I don't know where he would have went.
Oh, there he is.
He's just
people got around him on the.
If you do find one of those things that says trucks turn out, you probably should, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sort of like you, though. If you turn out and you get off the side of the road, it's like, then there's like 50 million people coming out.
Well, the other thing is they don't tell you until it's there. Here,
Yeah.
turn out now. It's like, do you not understand the whole truck thing?
I think this might have been a chain removal area right here.
I don't know. It didn't have a sign, so.
Yeah, because they had the sign turned the other way. Didn't want you to see it.
Yeah, but thankfully my truck speed is less than the curb speed there.
So just another gorgeous, beautiful day. This is going to be a little bit longer video. We're up to 27 minutes.
As we're still babbling.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, we don't normally sit here and talk like this all the time.
Yeah, we do. We do.
There's some silence every once in a while. Maybe we should let's have a moment of silence.
Well, that's no fun.
Well, see, you couldn't do it.
It was a moment.
Let's play the quiet game.
No, we're not playing the quiet game. That'll lead to a very boring video, but apparently it might be a more enjoyable video.
Yeah, because
I'm
people
sure
can
at this point
stop and meditate on things.
There are people watching this video. Well, if there are people still watching this video, and I know there's some of them going, gosh, will they just shut up? They just talk incessantly.
Yeah, and none of you probably know this or not. You probably wouldn't know this at all, but Jim doesn't really like to talk very much.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm sure none of you realize that.
I like to talk about stuff that I like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just don't give him the phone.
Yeah.
Face to face is always better, but I guess the video is next to that.
Truck speed still 45.
I'm still going 45. Actually, I'm not even going 45, believe it or not.
You're not.
I'm going slower than 45.
Look how those rocks are like right there, right next to the road. Again, that question again. Anybody seasick yet? Car sick? Fortunately, I
Try to keep it steady.
don't get car sick.
I do.
My wife would not appreciate riding on this road, but she does get car sick.
Jim's, by the way, in the process of getting his reset, so
Yes.
he's doing a ride-along reset right now. This is generally my normal time of driving, but I started out pretty early this morning. For me, anyway. Normally I don't start driving until 1 or 2 in the afternoon, Eastern time.
So I'm debating on whether we should end this video and then start part 3, or. And the only reason we do that is because these videos take forever to upload. And at 30 minutes and 3 seconds, this one will take a while. So I think what we're going to do is end this one. So the end of part 2, and then we'll continue on with part 3, which probably won't be nearly as interesting as the first 2 parts because, you've sat here and listened to us now for over an hour.
Well, do we need a part 3? What's going to be part 3?
Well, do you want to have a part 3?
Do you want to introduce what part 3 is going to be?
The rest of this road.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. So they're stopping. Well, it will be kind of like stop start kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop and start.
Gotcha.
It'll just go directly from this video right into the next one.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to do that starting right now.